Hey, what's up? It's E. Smith here, former IBF junior middleweight champion of the world. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Sporting Icons. Cheers.
Right, so it's now official. The rumours have turned out to be true. October the 9th at the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, Part 3, where Tyson Fury will, of course, defend his WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight championships. Now, why have they moved it from July the 24th to October the 9th? Well, apparently the official story is that there's been a case of C19 going around the Tyson Fury training camp. Tyson Fury got infected, etc., etc. Even though Tyson Fury and his team, of course, have not really been self-quarantining or anything like that. Why? Is it because it's just lies? Possibly. Or they're just saying, well, the official thing that we're putting out is we've got the virus, we're postponing it, but you know what? We're just going to go out and just flamboyantly say, you know what? Don't really care if you believe us or not. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Seems to be the case, doesn't it? Now, moving it to October the 9th, for me, I think it's all down to ticket sales. I said it before, that I think it's down to ticket sales. Because with October the 9th, it's more realistic that the international restrictions will be much better than what they have been. In other words, the Brits can travel. The Irish can travel to go support Tyson Fury. Because when you look at the first two fights, at the weigh-ins and on fight night, very, very pro Tyson Fury crowd. Very, very pro. Now, I'm not saying that all of them were British and Irish. Of course not. A lot of Americans support Tyson Fury over Deontay Wilder, for whatever reason that may be. But for me, I think that's the reason why. They need more ticket sales. The third fight for July 24th, ticket sales weren't looking too good. They really weren't. And of course, if you're a Fury fanatic or a Wilder fanatic, you'll venomously deny that, even though you don't know any better. Seems to be the way, right? But, again, while we're on the subject, there seems to be a lot of comments I'm getting of, why do you like Anthony Joshua more than Tyson Fury? And why do you say this thing about Tyson Fury? And why are you saying that about Tyson Fury? I mean, firstly, my kind of response to many of these people is, well, what concern is it of yours? Who cares, right? Do you like Fury or don't you like Fury? Do you accept being lied to or don't you accept being lied to? Do you think that Tyson Fury is your god? Do you think Tyson Fury is the greatest thing since toe tracks? I have no idea. That's it. That's entirely on you. Why concern yourself with what other people like and what they don't like? Man, Fury and Wilder fans, the fanatical ones, have so much in common. It's unbelievable. But either way, it is very, very close to Anthony Joshua's fight with Alexander Usyk. Of course, that's going to be happening in late September. Not for the first time. Let's be honest, whenever Wilder wants to fight and whatever, he always likes to do it quite near Anthony Joshua. Why? To clout chase, to jump off the back of some hype that might be around some boxing. So there's probably another reason. But for me, how's this fight going to go? Well, I think that Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay Wilder quite comfortably. Not as easy as last time. I mean, to be honest, it couldn't get much easier for him, could it? Let's be honest. So for me, I think that Fury may have a couple of hairy moments in this fight. But I think ultimately Fury's going to get him out of there. And I think Fury will get him out of there quite early this time. But again, don't be surprised. Tyson Fury, his complacency has always been his Achilles heel in the past. And I think that it forever will be. Complacency may actually get a shot landed right on the button from Deontay Wilder. So don't be surprised if Deontay Wilder ends up putting Tyson Fury smooth out. I don't expect Deontay Wilder to turn out to be a heavyweight version of Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't see that happening whatsoever. He ain't going to turn into Pernell Whitaker. He ain't going to do anything like that, okay? He may start off using the jab a little bit, but there again, don't be surprised. He wants to try and get everybody thinking that he's going to go in there and use a bit of boxing, but he's just going to be exactly the same. Just go straight in there, round number one, look for the knockout. Again, don't be surprised if that happens. You never know. But for me, is it interesting? No. Is it going to be a huge mega event? No. It's just another pay-per-view coming out of the United States of America. As I showed you guys yesterday, seems to be a lot of them. I really do feel bad for a lot of you American boxing fans with the amount of pay-per-views that you guys have to put up with. But either way, it's a third fight that nobody was asking for. Nobody feels the need to see it. We've seen Tyson Fury beat him twice, second time decisively. What do you see it a third time for? No reason to sign up for a third fight. Deontay Wilder, we do have to give him a bit of leeway on this one because, I mean, if he's got a contract, which Fury should never have signed, but he's got a contract anyway, and he's activated it. So you can't really blame him for that. Anybody would in his situation. Did he want the money? Yeah, of course he did. Is he going to come out with more excuses if he loses again? Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will. But, of course, as much as Tyson Fury annoys me, of course I want Tyson Fury to win that fight. Of course I do. But ultimately, will I really be watching it staying up? Probably not. I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I have to wait and see how I feel on the day. But again, are they going to get a British broadcaster? Because 2 weeks before this scheduled July 24 fight, no UK broadcaster was picking it up. Coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence in my opinion. I told you. This whole thing with Tyson Fury, who can't stop himself lying, this whole situation is a manipulated thing. They had no UK broadcaster, not Sky Sports, not BT Sport. The pay-per-view sales, how were they going to do? Well, again, we can only predict that they weren't going to do too well. And the ticket sales didn't look very good at all. And again, people want to defend it. I've still heard it, even though I've proved it to you, that they still want to say, well, it's a Deontay Wilder fight, and here in America, we always turn up on the day, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, all complete rubbish, complete cobswallop. I mean, it didn't happen with Canelo Alvarez, did it? With Billy Joe Saunders. 20,000 in the first 24 hours. 40,000 in the first week. Ended up going up to 73,000. So even in the first 24 hours, have sold out the arena that Fury and Wilder are going to fight at. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever. But anyway, again, as they have said, the official vendors have said that anybody who bought tickets for the July 24th fight, you can still use it for the October the 9th. But of course, does that fit in with your schedule now? How many people have booked hotels that ain't going to get their money back? You know? Anyway, that's the official news. October the 9th, Fury, Wilder, Part 3. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.